with us into the realm of imagination, the middle ground between light and shadow.
Who ordinarily avail themselves of the guarantee of anonymity, but who include, among other notable figures,
too much money, too much equipment, and little by little we went insane.
Fiery the angels fell, burning at the fires of
Hi all, just to let you know that I'll be on in about 3-4 minutes. Don't forget to get your form from there, your quiz sheet answer form. Press that link and I shall be back soon.
You are alone. Maybe I can help you.
Hi all, hopefully you all kind of know what's going on here. Welcome to the quiz, welcome to the RPQ. You can get your form from down there. What you need to do is you need to go onto Google Forms, sign up. If you could put an email address, a team name and number of people, then that will take you through. And I will go through a slideshow of questions very soon. I'm going to start at 5 past, I think, so I'll give you another 3-4 minutes just to get yourself sorted. A little bit of advice, I think. I've done quite a lot of quizzes online. I find one good way of doing this might be if you're chatting via computer, you can usually share one of your screens to everyone else in the chat. So if you're in Zoom, you click on share screen, and then what you can do is you can share a tab of the YouTube. That way, what you can see is everyone chatting and everyone's looking at the same bit of, there's no kind of problems with latency and timing. So you'll all be looking at the same thing at the same time, which might make it a little bit easier for you to organise your answers. Let me know if that works for you, or if that's any better, or if anyone else has any better ideas, do please let me know. You can chat on the YouTube chat bit at the bottom. I don't know, actually, depends on what you're using. You can chat there. Also, you can get me on my email and WhatsApp and all that kind of stuff if you know me. I'll probably ignore you for some period of time. But anyway, I'll give you another 2-3 minutes to get yourselves together, and then I shall come back. I'll be honest, I was lying a bit when I said get yourselves together. I really wanted to get myself a drink before the quiz starts. So the first round, I will start the quiz right now, and we'll see how it goes. You should all probably remember what happens here. The music will probably cut out because that's usually what happens. And there it's cut out again. I have actually changed the way that I'm doing the audio this time because of the problems that we had last time. So it might be a little bit different. Anyway, that's the timeline that we're running to. Let me move myself out of the way. This time I'm doing in aid of St Mungo's homelessness charity. I'll give you links as to where you can do that later. So we're starting the quiz about now. I reckon it's going to take an hour and 10, maybe a little bit longer. And then you'll have until 9:30 to submit your questions and your answers. Don't submit questions, it's pointless. Then I will try and mark them as quickly as I can and come back maybe 9:45 to 10, depending on how long it takes. Let's go to the next one. So I thought I would start with what happened last time. So last time we had all of these teams there. Can you all read that? I don't know if that's coming up on screen. It doesn't look like it's necessarily coming up on screen. It isn't. So I'm going to have to do something a bit weird here to make this fit. Right, hopefully you can see that now. That's a bit irritating. Anyway, you can see that the top 4 teams there, top 3 teams are missing. So it's quite close at the top. And that was in 4th place, Panic at the Tesco. But in 3rd place, running the top 3 here, we had My 20-Year Quiz Hell, who were the previous champions. Legendary, who I think have also been previous champions. And Deadwood, who I think won for the first time with half a mark in it. Well done to them. We'll see if they are back. I don't know if any of those teams are back. Hopefully they are. So you should all see on your form, once you fill that bit in, you've got 5 pages. The first page, and then you've got the music and the picture round. Then the other pages, but you can go back and forth between the pages whenever you want. So if you don't have an answer, but you want to discuss it later, you can go to it. Here we go. So we've got the music round here and a picture round. There'll be 7 pictures. Just what are they, basically? Nothing more complex than that. They're all people this time. Eventually, the first letter of every answer will give you an anagram, but that will come with a second picture round. There'll also be 1 song, and on that song, I want the name of the artist and the song, please. Let's go. Okay, all. So, few questions about the links. So there's a link should be up that way for the picture round if you want to download it. If you feel like you need a bit more time. Also, to download the form, it is http://tiny.cc capital letters RPQ 0618, which is the date today. So if you haven't got it yet, you can get it from there. But I have put all of those in the YouTube links. On to round one then. I'm going to hide. Let's go. So round one is, can I find a sheet? Round one will be basic general knowledge. So some stuff that's been in the news, some stuff that hasn't been in the news. Let's have a look. So, number one, by what name did Matt Hancock on Good Morning Britain refer to the footballer Marcus Rashford on television when congratulating him for telling the government that they were wrong? Okay, so number one, by what name did Matt Hancock on GMB refer to footballer Marcus Rashford on television when congratulating him for telling the government that they were wrong? This is to do with free school meals outside of school time due to the pandemic. Okay, so question one there. Question two, on the summer solstice, which is coming up soon, what is the boundary call that bounds the area that sees midnight sun? Okay, so in summer solstice, what is the boundary call that bounds the area that sees midnight sun? So this is an area where there is 24 hours of daylight within that area. What's that called? Question three. How did Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announce that they were stepping down as senior royals? Okay, so they did this on social media, but which platform? Okay, so how did Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announce they were stepping down as senior royals? So which platform did they use for that? Question three. Okay, question four. The housing one for my little nod to my work. Number four, in which London council area did Robert Jenrick fast track approval for a development so that a developer could avoid paying approximately £40 million in development charges to that council? Bit of a long question here. It has been in the news. Okay, so number four, which London council area, so it's London Borough, did Robert Jenrick fast track approval for a development so that the developer could avoid paying £40 million approximately of charges to that council? So I think this is section 106, but I'm not entirely certain. I think it is. But this is what happens when developers need to pay towards public infrastructure. Okay, so which council was that? Question five, which is not the last one of this round. Question five, what is the name of the Netflix documentary about Joe Exotic? What is the name of the Netflix documentary about Joe Exotic? So there's 7 questions in this round now. I think all of the rounds have 7 questions now. 7 pictures, 7 questions, etc., etc. So, you know, it's a bit of a theme there. Okay. My computer just made a weird noise. Number 6, what is the name of the steroid this week that has been hailed in the UK as a life-saving drug for COVID-19? Okay, so what's the name of the steroid that's been hailed in the UK after some tests were done, has now been effectively proven to be a life-saving drug for COVID-19 for those that are in that position of needing ventilation? And so question 7, the last one of the general knowledge round. Oh, that's going to happen twice. That's not good. I'm having some problems here. Technical problems again. Number 7, Black Lives Matter Plaza is a section of which street in downtown Washington, D.C.? So recently, this plaza was created by the mayor of Washington. Which street was it? So Black Lives Matter Plaza is a section of which street in downtown Washington, D.C.? And I'll give you a clue. It's a numbered street. Numbered street there. So if you're not sure, have a go at a number. It's probably, there's quite a few of numbers, but it's not going to be it's not going to be millionth street, is it? Might be 999th, but who knows? Okay, so on to the music round again. So again, if you could just put in the name of the artist and the name of the song.
When routine lights fall
Of course, I was on mute. Apologies for that. Let me just run through this again. You may have seen it on screen anyway. Um, why do I always do this? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the different cities here, and they're going to be 7 cities from across the UK. Using the clues on screen, there obviously won't be the clues in the actual questions. I'm going to give you 30 seconds or so to just have a look to work out which cities they are. As a clue, there's 7 cities across the UK, and I am representing each of the 4 nations of the UK. Okay, so let's go. So that's London. Question 1, however, will be this city here. Okay, so check out the scale. I would say have a look at the direction of the coast. I'm hoping someone within each of your teams has probably been to these different cities. Okay, so look at the direction of the coast, whether there's any landmarks there, stadiums, bridges, railway stations, that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 40 seconds per slide. So all UK cities. Okay, so that one's near the coast. Hopefully that'll help you a bit. Okay, so the next one here. Again, you can see a bit of river. Remember I have put the north sign there. North is up in all cases. See the scale? So that's a 2-kilometre scale. So remember, try to see if there's any train stations you recognise or boats, stadiums, that kind of thing. That's my tip anyway. Okay, question 3. Okay, here's another one. Goes to the north here. That's a bit of green in the middle of the city there as well. Looks fairly built up. Interesting shape to the building structures. It's a lot of green, isn't it? Where could that be? Okay, do you remember the 7 here? There'll be at least one from each nation. Okay, so that should maybe narrow it down for you, potentially. Oh, it's a very straight coast here. It's only at 1 kilometre as well, so it's not a massive city here. As you can see from the size of that stadium. Nice straight lines there. Remember, north is up. Where could that be? Okay, hopefully you got that one. Next one here. So that's a 2-kilometre scale. See if there's any railway stations. There's a lot of docks there, isn't there? There's nice watery features coming straight through there. I'll be able to see the shapes of the parks. Are there any bridges there or anything like that? That's what you want to see. So where could that be in the UK? Any football stadiums as well, trains. It's all relatively well-known cities, I would hope. There's no coast here. It's going to be a bit harder. But again, do look closely for how the river is shaped. The scale here is 2 kilometers, I think. Yep, that's 2 kilometer scale. Try and find a landmark that you may have visited in these cities. So you've got some stadiums probably. Looks like golf courses here. Not quite as green as some of the other ones, but still fairly green. Okay, and then the last one here is quite watery. 2 kilometer scale here. Just kind of jutting down the bottom. Remember, north is up here. So you should have good indication of what that's like, hopefully. Okay, you're not going to be downloading these, so hopefully you've got, I will run through them very quickly. So I would suggest maybe if you're not sure of any, shortlist some potential cities, but do remember 4 nations of the UK are all represented. So if you're not sure, maybe use that as a guide. Okay, so the next music round here, 4 minutes of music here for you to get. So remember that the song and the artist. Okay, hopefully you've got that one. If you haven't, you only lose 2 marks, don't worry about it. Right, so here we go, the sports round. 7 questions here. This is a specialist sports round because I was meant to be probably in Glasgow or somewhere like that at the moment for Euro 2020, which clearly isn't happening. It's going to be converted into Euro 2021. But as a result, there's a special round on just the European Championships for football. So 7 questions here. Let's go. If I can get my mouse to work. Here we go. So number 1. Who were the last 2 teams to knock England out? You get a half mark for each. For the last 2 teams to knock England out of the European Championships. So England didn't make it 3 tournaments ago. They have made it for the last 2. They'll probably make, and they will make it for the next one. But 2008, they didn't make it. Okay, question 2 then. Where is next year's tournament planned to be played? Number 2, where is next year's tournament planned to be played? And that's quite difficult to say, actually. Should have written it better. Planned to be played. Okay, so I can't even remember, it was in 2016. Is it France? I think it was France, but I'm not sure. But yes, where was it meant to be this year / where is it next year's one? Okay, number 3. So of course it's been all around Europe, but in which city was the highest recorded attendance for a European Championship finals match? Okay, so in which city was the highest attendance for a match? This is a finals match, so not including qualifiers and all that kind of nonsense. So which city was that highest ever attendance in a European Championship finals match? If you don't know too much about football, just go for a big city. Think about which cities have big football stadiums, I guess. It's probably helpful. Question 4. Okay, here is a time graph. What team is represented here? So you can see along the bottom you've got the years of each European Championship and their finishing position. The top one, of course, the top line represents champions. And then after that, you've got runners-up, semi-finalists, quarter-finalists, and so on and so forth. Okay, so which team is this? I'm not going to give you a download of this picture, so try and soak it in. Okay, pretty successful. Not always qualifying, but fairly successful when they do, it looks like. Okay, I'll give you a bit of time to have a look at that one. So which country could this be? Okay, question 5. Where was the first shared European Championship tournament? Okay, so it was relatively pioneering to share these tournaments as they got bigger and bigger. Where was the first shared one? Okay, where was the first shared tournament? Half a mark for each one there. Number 6, one player has been in their national team squad 5 times. Okay, there's quite a few that have been in there 4 times, but there's one that has been in the squad 5 times. Which player is that? So one player has so far been in the squad 5 times. Their national team squad. For the finals, which player is that? It's presumably it's going to help you countries that have qualified 5 times, obviously. Okay, and the last question here: who scored the winning penalty of the 1976 final penalty shootout? So they won the championship itself by scoring the winning penalty in 1976 in the penalty shootout. Who scored that winning penalty in 1976? Okay, hopefully, if you don't know the answers, you've had a good guess at them all. Usually I would have a much broader selection, of course, but not this time. Okay, and the next round will be a picture round again, and the music will be going in the background. Slightly longer song, not much longer, slightly longer. And the picture round here, there'll be 7 pictures. Again, you can download it if you look at the download. I'll actually go to this. 14 answers altogether in all of the pictures, and what you can do is you take the first letter of each of the answers, and that will form an anagram, and the anagram you'll get will give you the name of a film. Okay, so again, it's a film. Get all the first letters, and let's go. Okay, so I'm going to play some music now, so this is the music round as well. Oh, okay. I'm not number 15. I had quite a lot of messages during that song for some reason. I don't know why. Just to let you all know, the picture band obviously you can download from up there. Oh, no, have I got the wrong way? That way. Um, go to that link. What I will say is 14 answers. It will give you an anagram, but if you get the first letter of every question of every picture correct, that will also spell out something meaningful. So you'll get something meaningful, and then you'll kind of mix that back up to give you the name of a film. Okay, it's a bit of a film element to today's one. Right, let me hide myself. Not up there, up here. Right, let's go. Again, if I can find my screens. Okay, so round 4 is about Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I've just been asked a question about the anagram. Yes, the anagram is a film. To let you know again. Okay, so Donald Trump, he's our special president, but how many children does he have? He's not my special president, he's actually president of the USA, obviously. How many children does Donald Trump have? I think I might have asked a similar question about Boris Johnson earlier in a quiz, but I can't remember. Okay, so how many children does Donald Trump have? Question 2. Who did Trump beat into second place in the 2016 Republican primaries? Okay, so he beat a senator into second place. Who did Trump beat into second place in the 2016 Republican primaries? Question 3. What is Donald Trump's second favourite book? Famously. 3. What is Donald Trump's second favourite book per interviews? Question 4. He has married 3 times. He's on his third marriage. With whom was the shortest marriage of the 3? Okay. Donald Trump has married 3 times. With whom was the shortest marriage? Should I really say whom here? I'm never really sure about how to use whom, but I think I should. Question 5. There are Trump golf courses in 4 countries, including the United States of America, the United Arab Emirates. Where are the other 2? Okay, there are Trump golf courses in 4 countries, including the United States of America and the United Arab Emirates. Where are the other 2? Half a mark for each. Half a mark for each of those. Probably have a guess if you're not sure. Number 6. In June 2010, a Trump enterprise changed its name to the Trump Entrepreneur Initiative. What was it called before that? In June 2010, 10 years ago, I was thinking that because that was when the World Cup 2010 started. A Trump enterprise changed its name to the Trump Entrepreneur Initiative. What was it called before that? Okay, and the last Trumpy question. Trump has run for president 3 times. Which party did he first run for? Number 7. Trump has run for president 3 times. Which party did he first run for? I'm also getting some abuse in my WhatsApp chat. It's a bit of a shame, really. Which is fair enough, though. Okay. Right. So next round is, of course, a music round. Here's another one. Let's see if I get quite as many messages. for this one.
Your sadness don't lie. Your feelings can't hide. You always know why, but your reasons outside. You never deny what you feel inside. I disappear when you're not here in my life. My cares slip away when I see your face. I lose my confusion. Your love is the place where I come from. When I'm on my own, I'm lost in space. My freedom's a delusion. Your love is the place where I come from. My sadness don't lie. My feelings can't hide. I just can't deny what I feel inside. My cares slip away when I see your face. I lose my confusion. Your love is the place where I come from. When I'm on my own, I'm lost in space. My freedom's a delusion. Your love is the place where I come from. My cares slip away when I see your face. I lose my confusion. Your love is the place where I come from. When I'm on my own, I'm lost in space. My freedom's a delusion. Your love is the place where I come from.
You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking to? Talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
Okay, so this is a slightly different round. You've got some film clip from earlier. That's unrelated to what's happening in the rest of the quiz, though. Anyway, so there's 7 questions here. These are just stills from different films, 7 different films, all silhouettes. So let's see if you can work out what films they are from the pictures. So they're all silhouettes, though. So I will be marking quite harshly, well, not harshly, but if there's a series of films, you do need to get the right film, obviously. So there's 7 questions here, hence the still there. Let's have a go. Hoping these won't be too tricky for you. I'll give you about 30 seconds. What film is that? Hopefully an easy one to start with. Number 2. Which film is this? If I don't need anything else except the film, just the film is fine. Okay, next one. Number 3. Relatively well-known film, I think. The thing with silhouettes, you may need to put the brightness of your screens up, potentially. Or down. Which 4? Film 4. Which film? This one is tricky, I think. Maybe. So I do quite a few film quizzes with some friends, and my tip is to look at the colour grading. That would be my tip for all pictures from films. Look at the colour grading. The noise gives you a sense of how old it is. Okay, question 4. Number 5. That is a great silhouette. So this is one of the harder ones as well. Okay, but what film is that? That little notification sound was my computer breaking, I think. Apologies. Okay, next silhouette, number 6. What film could that be? I would say that these are all quite well-known films. But that might just be me. I think I've seen them all. Not a massive film watcher. I'm pretty certain I've seen them all. Some quite some time ago. And the last one, question 7, in the film stills round of silhouettes. What could that be? What could that be? Okay, hopefully you've got those. Do remember that I will be expecting the correct film in a series. So, if you think one of them is from the Star Wars trilogy, but you don't know which one, you do need to get the film name right. Little tip for you, none of those were from the Star Wars trilogy. Okay, the next one is the music round. Let's go for this, for the 6th, question 6 on the music round. And it's a quiet one.
I seem to walk as though I have wings, bump into things like someone in love. Each time I look at you, I'm lit as a cloud and feeling like someone in love. Sometimes the things I do astound me. Mostly whenever you're around me. Lately, I seem to walk as though I have wings, bump into things like someone in love. Each time I look at you, I'm lit as a cloud and feeling like someone in love, like someone in love, like someone in love.
Hello again. Right, so there's one kind of set of questions left, so that's round 6. What I'm going to do after that, just to let you know in advance, is go through all the questions again, but very, very quickly. So if there's any that you're not sure of, you can maybe print screen or something like that. If there's any that you'd like to see go through again. If you've got any feedback for me, there is the YouTube chat. You can just open that up and send me some stuff if you want. I would love to see some pictures of your teams. If you can, send them over to me, either via email or WhatsApp or something like that. That would be great. It's really good to see if people are enjoying themselves or at least getting together in different teams and maybe not enjoying themselves, but as long as they're doing that with other people, that kind of makes me happy. So let's go on to the last round, which is screen time. Okay, let me hide my face. Okay, so there's 7 questions here again. Oh, also, by the way, remember from previous ones, if you've done these before, the anagram is really important. So you should have 14 letters. Those 14 letters, if you've got them correct, should make a 2-word, it's not really a phrase, but a phrase. And then you jumble that up to get a film. Okay? Anyway, right, let's go. Question 1 on screen time. The 8th main video game installment of which multimedia series was recently released as a trailer anyway and called Village? Okay, it's a big series of games here and other things as well now. The 8th main video game installment of which multimedia series was recently shown to have the subtitle Village? Again, quite a lengthy question, just to make sure I've caveated it enough. There's lots of things called village, I guess. Question 2. Which 2 countries were bridged in the inspiration for the British-French drama series The Tunnel? Okay, so not Britain and France, obviously. Which 2 countries were bridged in the inspiration for the British-French drama series The Tunnel? If you've not seen it, it's a very good series. If you have seen it, it's also still a very good series. Question 3. Where is the UK's largest cinema screen to be found? Okay. Which is the largest cinema screen in the UK? Where is that? So I probably want something a little bit more detailed than just the city name. So some like the name of the cinema screen would be pretty nice. Name of the cinema, I should say. Maybe the area, if you can guess. Okay, so where is the UK's largest cinema screen to be found? Question 4. In which television programme was the first interracial mouth kiss on US television? Okay, in which television programme was the first interracial mouth kiss on US TV? There were apparently pecks on the cheek before this, but this was the first one that was filmed lip to lip, as it were. Okay, which TV series was that on? TV program, I should say. Question 5, there's not much more to go. Released as a mini console in 2020, what was the name of the European/Japanese version of the TurboGrafx 16? This is an old games console. It was released as a mini console in 2020. What was the name of the European/Japanese version of the TurboGrafx 16? Okay, this is a relatively niche one, but I'm sure some of you will be able to get this. Okay, into the penultimate question. Titanic was ludicrously popular and was the #1 at the box office in 1997, but what was the second highest grossing film in 1997? Okay, so obviously not Titanic. What was the #2 at the box office in 1997? Obviously still a very big film, but it was very far behind Titanic actually, because everything was. Titanic was ludicrously popular. So 1997, what was that? Okay, going up to the last question before the music. In which year did long-running soap Coronation Street start airing? Okay, in which year did the long-running soap opera Coronation Street start airing in the UK? Okay, it's pretty old, as you all probably know. Okay, so I'm going to play the last song. Should give you some time to have a look at the anagram if you've not done it, any pictures if you're not sure, any discussions. Then I will go through all of them again very, very quickly, just to mock up the spare, as they might say in bowling, or as I might say in bowling. Let's go for the last music then.
another love. One love, one heart and one soul. You can have it all. Easy, easy. Anytime you want me, anytime at all, anytime you need me, all you gotta do is call. You put me one step clear of the chain gang, and 2 miles over the line. All the scenes I saw left me wanting more. Show me your vision, your wild apparition. Sing to the depths of your soul. One love, we don't need another love. One love, one heart, one soul. Your fitting season, and his feet fall short and sound. And what goes up must come down. Turns into dust or turns into stone.
Okay, there you go. That's done. So you should have 7 songs there. Anyone who's been to karaoke with me, which I don't know how many people that will be doing this quiz anyway, but I have sung that many times at karaoke. That's why I had to be very careful with the muting there. Well, I am now hopefully not on mute, as I so often am. Anyway, I'm going to quickly, very, very quickly go through the quiz. Let me just go do this next bit just to give you an indication of the timings, really. So, firstly, this is kind of being done for charity in a way. Some Mungos are a homelessness charity that my work has linked up with so I work for a housing association, Clarion, and obviously homelessness is something that matters to them. And at this moment in time, this is a very important charity. If you are able to donate, please do so at the link below. What I'm going to go through now and do is go through all of the questions very quickly. There won't be any music though. And you'll have until 9:30 to submit. Please do submit on time. Last time, the winners, they actually submitted at 21, 29 and 59 seconds. I get a timestamp. So they were very, very much on the line. But, you know, who knows what can go wrong with the Ethernet. So just be careful. Be very quick. Anyway, I'm going to very quickly go through everything again. Let me start from question 1. Do go for the anagram if you haven't got it yet, though. The anagram is very, very important. So that's 7 marks there. Okay, right. So I'm going to move myself to the bottom right, I think. So there are your pictures, 1 to 7. Your pictures. So what did Matt Hancock call Marcus Rashford? What is the area that has 24 hours of daylight on the solstice? What social media platform did Harry and Meghan use to announce that they were departing as senior royals? Which council was going to lose out on £40 million worth of funding as a result of the work of Robert Jenrick? Which documentary is about Joe Exotic? What's the name of the steroid that was announced this week by the government as a life-saving drug for COVID-19. That's come up again. What is the name of the street where Black Lives Matter Plaza has been placed? Music round 2, no music. Here are the cities. That's London, of course. I'll move my face just so you've got a little bit of... Sorry, move my face. You've got that a little bit. Right, so there's one. Remember, where's north? Where's the sea or the water? Again, look at north and the water, shape of the water. North and water. Scale. A lot of water. Smaller scale. Docks and water. Less water, but probably still quite important. A lot of water, again, very important. Okay, remember there's four nations of the UK are represented there. Okay, these are round 3, and then the sports rounds. Remember, these are all about the European Championships for football. Okay, last 2 teams to knock England out. Where is next year's tournament? Which city was the highest attendance? Which country does this represent, this graph? Where was the first shared tournament? Half a mark for each. Which player has been in the national team squad 5 times? Scored the winning penalty of 1976. Okay, you've got your pictures again. Okay, so you'll get some word. You'll get an anagram there of a film. How many children does Donald Trump have? Who did Trump beat into second place in the Republican primaries? What is his second favourite book? Who was his shortest marriage with? Where are his golf courses? What was the Trump Entrepreneur Initiative called before June 2010? Which party did Donald Trump run for in his first bid to be president? Okay, films. I won't say much for these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then some screen time questions. Which series has an 8th installment called Village? Which countries were bridged before the tunnel? Where is the UK's largest cinema screen? Which TV programme had the first interracial mouth kiss on US television? What was the name of the TurboGrafx 16 in Europe and Japan? What was the second in the box office in 1997 after Titanic? Very far behind. And in which year did Coronation Street start? Okay, so I'll leave that going. You've got until 9:30. That gives you about 15 minutes. It is, about 10 minutes actually. Submit through the Google form as normal. Once I've got those in, I will start marking. Last time it took me about 15 minutes to mark. Maybe it'll take a bit longer because there's a few more questions. I'm aiming to be back at 10. So I'll give you some time to go off and get some food, get some drinks or whatever, and continue chatting. Do continue chatting. It's very important. Anyway, thank you very much. I will put some music on and let you get on with it. Thank you. Bye-bye. I will be back at 9:30 just to let you know, and at 10 hopefully.
God knows you lonely souls. God God knows you lonely souls. God knows you lonely souls. Yeah, yeah. I believe there's a time and a place to let your mind drift and get out of this place. I believe there's a day and a place that we will go to, and I know you wanna share. There's no secret to living. Just keep on walking. There's no secret to dying. Just keep on flying. I'm gonna die in a place that don't know my name. I'm gonna die in a space that don't hold my name. I believe there's a time when the cord of life should be cut, my friends. I believe there's a time when the cord can be cut and this vision ends. But I'm gonna die in a place that don't know my name. And I'm gonna cry in a space that don't hold my name.
name of the game is Ball Buster. It's a family game, fun for children. And for adults, it's exciting. You make strategic offensive and defensive moves. Then try to bust your opponent's balls. It's as easy as checkers. But exacting like pool. You're a ball buster. Ball Buster, a great new game from Huggy.
It's electric. death, y'all. Put you to the test, y'all. Never rest, y'all. Yeah. Check it out. I got a little story to tell with DJ Shadow and James Lavelle. It starts right now in history, and I am known as the rapper Mike D. Funky beats, 1, 2, break it down. Delivered on down with the E1 sound. Ounce by ounce and pound for pound. Got that shit that's out on bill. Release on time, and I hope you feel nice and complete like a happy meal. Sounds of tomorrow for y'all to steal, or is it too heavy for y'all to deal? Gotta keep moving till we hit the top. My boys are gonna let the beat drop. Grab the mic and I start to mop like a dozen day one in the game of hip hop. Hip hop, 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 hip hip hop, hop, hip 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 hip.
That was hot. Now dig this.
Yeah, drums of death, y'all. Yeah, drums of death, y'all. Yeah, drums. Yeah, drums of death, y'all. Yeah, drums of death, y'all. Drums, yeah, drums, yeah. I'ma break it down in the old school style. Old school style. Old school style. Old school style. I'ma break it down in the old school style.
Ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. And the idea is that with the influence of powerful forces behind the scene, you can bring order out of the chaos that we see. We know, for instance, that much
order
of the
underneath even chaos, as if the finger of God in order and disorder is always there somehow.
He has nothing to support this. You're so full of it. Aliens. They're affecting society? How? Chaos happens. There's too many people here.
Gotta run nowhere to turn. Head over right. Feeling dead more than alive. Give her something to rely on one more time. No one hears the sound. Fear is all around. Turn the music loud. No more lullaby. No way in, no way out. Empty talking TV shouts. Got to find your way around now. You ain't no lifer in this town. No one hears the sound. sound. Time has come for you to speak. You're mine. Can't you hear the sound? Chaos all around. Turn the music loud. No more lullaby. Learn to fly.
I'm a rabbit in your headlights, scared of the spotlight. You don't come to visit, I'm stuck in this bed. Thin rubber gloves, she laughs when she's crying. She cries when she's laughing. Fat bloody fingers are sucking your soul away. I'm a rabbit in your headlights, Christian suburbanites wash down the toilet, money to burn. Fat bloody fingers are sucking your soul away.
If you're frightened of dying and you're holding on, you'll see devils tearing your life away. But if you've made your peace, then the devils are really angels, freeing you from the earth. From the earth. From the earth.
White worms on the underground, caught between stations, butterfingers. I'm losing my patience. I'm a rabbit in your headlights, Christian suburbanites. You got money to burn, fat bloody
Hello? Don't appear to be allowed. Hello? Hello everyone. Right, I am back. To be allowed. Let me check what's going on. Okay, everyone. I think this is working. I just need to sort my thing out. Apologies for this. I don't know what happened there. I think the music that I was playing was just too, I don't know, too copyrighted, I guess. Let's hopefully you can see what's happening here. I will kind of go forward here. I've got the answers. Hello, everyone. Right, I am back. To be allowed. Right. I have actually been banned in China before on the web in 2003, as one of my friends will let you know. Anyway, right, I'm going to start trying to do this properly. You've all seen behind the curtain many times today because of this nonsense. Anyway, right, hopefully you will now have some kind of sense of what's going on. And I'm going to go through the pictures. So you've got Smurfette, Viv Anderson, Ellen DeGeneres, don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, Linda Hamilton, Tom Hollander, Emily Maitlis, and Henry Cavill. SVELTE will give you svelte. 7 is H, remember that. We've got 7 questions here. By what name? This was Daniel Rashford. The Arctic Circle. Didn't get that many people got that right, actually. 3, Prince Harry, that was on Instagram. This was the Tower Hamlets. It's quite a long question there. So, you know, there's apologies, I might be a little bit confused because there is quite a lot of delay. So I can see myself on one screen quite far behind where I actually am. But anyway, this is the Tiger King. I haven't seen it, obviously. This is dexamethasone. I was quite lenient with the marking. If the pharmacist was quite as lenient as this, there would be a lot of dead people. But I was quite lenient. If you've got Dex or something, you've probably got the mark. I gave most people the mark for that. And again, this is 16th Street Northwest. I didn't need the NW, so you know if you've got 16th Street, you did get it. Specifically, NW is correct though. From Up on High, this was a tricky one, I think. You're all going to be locked down to the UK for a while, so you're going to need to know a few more of these places. But anyway, here we go. So this is Cardiff. So you can see the bay, of course, and you can also see the stadium there, hopefully. Here you can see, again, the northern area there is called the Titanic Quarter. and this is Belfast. Belfast there for number 2. This again, northern space for water. I believe there may even be someone from this city on the quiz today, judging from what I saw. This is Edinburgh. You've got the castle, you've got some football stadiums, etc., etc. I think this one caused a bit of consternation. This is Blackpool. That pier should be quite famous. If you look closely enough, you can see the tower as well. And it's a relatively small city, so at 1 kilometre scale. Here you've got 2 football stadiums close to each other. You've got a sprawling Docklands area and Birkenhead there. So this is Liverpool. This may be a little bit trickier than some of the others because of the fact it's not near the sea. There is a big shipbuilding yards here, and this is Glasgow. You can see football stadiums there as well. Big football stadiums. And I thought this one would be tricky. A lot of people got it though. Supposedly considered to be an island by some. This is Portsmouth. Portsmouth here. Okay, I'll go through the music at the end. This was all about the European Championships. I know the picture on that is actually the European Cup, Club Cup, but this is about the European Championship. The last 2 teams were Iceland and Italy. In 2012 for Italy and 2016 for Iceland. Most people got this right. Next year's tournament is going to be played across Europe. It's actually, I think, 12 countries, but I'm not exactly certain. But well done for everyone. Most people got that right. This is a tricky one, actually, and it's a long, long time ago. It's Madrid. A lot of people put Barcelona, but Madrid is the answer. This one is Italy. So they won it quite a long time ago, 1968, and since then they've kind of been close. Euro 2000, they're runners-up against Zinedine Zidane's France, and runners-up in 2012 to a team I've forgotten actually. Can't remember who it was. This was Belgium and the Netherlands. I gave you Holland as well. Many wouldn't, because I was being kind. This is Euro 2000. This was Iker Casillas. I don't know if if he might even make the next one, actually. I'm not sure. He didn't play in the first squad that he was in, but after that he's been the regular goalkeeper for Spain. And this was Antonin Panenka. It's a famous penalty to win the tournament. He chipped it slowly, floated it down the middle of the goal, and penalties similar to this are now generally called a Panenka. Let me move myself, actually. I've just realised, unfortunately, because of the speed of this update, I didn't notice earlier, but I should probably be down here. Right, okay, next. So we've got another picture round. So remember, you've got the H from before. You've got Ed the Duck. Ed the Duck. It's actually with 2 Ds. I don't think a single person got that 2D. Alison Brie. Terry Jones, Helen Mirren, Edward Norton, Neil Ferguson and Sade. Took a few different spellings for some of these, but they're all okay. So you've got the H from before. That will spell heathens. Svelte heathens is the anagram. I'll give you the answer later. Donald Trump. He's got 5 children. This was Ted Cruz. He said some very nasty things about Ted Cruz and his wife, but Ted Cruz was happy to work for him later. His second favourite book is The Art of the Deal. His favourite book is the Bible. When asked which his favourite book from the Bible or the favourite section from the Bible was, he said he doesn't like to talk about that kind of thing. He's very personal to him. So, yeah, he maybe knows a little bit more about his second favourite book. This was Maria Marples. Marla, sorry. I gave you Marla. She was probably called Marla Trump at the time, but yep, you've got that one. So that was relatively short. The others are 15 years. This is Scotland and Ireland. I accepted UK for Scotland as well, not for Ireland. That was quite some time ago. Get rid of the times. Scotland and Ireland now. 6. This was Trump University. Was renamed to the Trump Entrepreneur Initiative. This was because it wasn't a university, and New York State, I believe, were not happy about it being called a university. And Only one team got this. Trump has run for president 3 times, initially for the Reform Party, which was in the year 2000. It was quite a short-lived experiment. Okay, so we've got the film stills, 7 in the background there, but you don't get an answer for that one, of course. That's just for fun. It's quite. Let me just get my thing going. First one, that's Terminator, the first Terminator film, actually the very start of it. So that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, 1984. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? This one. There's not a very realistic woman there. I would hope that would be the clue. This was Batman The Dark Knight. I think this was very popular, wildly popular. Heath Ledger made $1 billion, I believe. This did get a lot of people with different answers. This was Vertigo. Quite a lot of people got that though. I think this one was a tricky one. This is Lincoln. I think obviously I actually needed to boost the light on this one because it was even darker. This is Kill Bill Volume 1. Kill Bill Volume 1. And every single team put Gremlins. The answer I've got is Gremlins 2. Because every single team put it, it doesn't matter where, it would have made no difference to the scoring. But I think it is Gremlins 2. Just the fact that everyone's put Gremlins does make me think maybe it's not. But Gremlins 2 is what I put for that one. The last round then, the game series here is Resident Evil or Biohazard. Nobody put Biohazard, but you could put Biohazard if you were like that. This was Sweden and Denmark. This is from Malmö to Copenhagen, along a very big bridge. It's a good series. UK's largest cinema screen. I don't know why the answer hasn't come up for these ones actually. It should have done, which is a bit of a shame. That is the IMAX, BFI IMAX. This is Star Trek, the original series. I'm not sure why the answers are not coming up on this one. It's a bit irritating. This is the PC Engine. This was a relatively niche one. I think 1 or 2 teams got this. So this was Jurassic Park: The Lost World in 1997. I'm not sure if I have seen it. It's not that good. Definitely not as good as the first one. And this was 1960, which was also the year the European Championship started. So here we go. We've got the end, and now I've got to show you the answers for this. Hopefully this has come up. So the anagram was the 7th seal. You should see a running theme of 7 through the quiz. Let me just move my face again to there. And we've got the songs. Oh, the songs have not come through either. The songs were... Sorry, I'm going to have to go to my sheet here to see what the songs were to read them out. Apologies for this. I think my slides are not working quite as well. The first song was Digital Love by Daft Punk. The second song was Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division. Third song was This Modern Love by Block Party. Fourth song, which I got a lot of messages about, was Fast Love by George Michael. Only one team spelt that correctly. Fast Love is one word. I did give you the marks anyway, but one team did get that 100% right. The next one was Your Love Is the Place I Come From. I was fairly lenient with that one. It's quite a long one, and that's by Teenage Fan Club. The penultimate one was Like Someone in Love by Björk from her album Debut. And the last one was One Love by the Stone Roses, a song which ends the particular CD I have of them. But I don't think it is actually the end of I don't think it's the end of an actual proper album. Anyway, right, let's see. So what have we got? Has this worked? I think it has. Okay, so apologies. It's not really worked very well. But anyway, we've got the Avengers on 30. We've got Jim, Him and Them on 30 as well. Quarantimo, Double Dutch. Deadwood, last fortnight's champions, down in 6th place. There's a lot of action above them. Quizzy Rascals in 5th place. 4th and 3rd, we've got Panic at the Tesco and Carrot. 60 and 59 is a close. The score is actually out of 77, not 65. It's needed updating. Second place is K and C with 62 and 62.5. My 20-year quiz hell have retained, have come back from last time's fourth place, I think it was. Back K and C, they came, I think, last time, so they've shot up the rankings. So great work there. Quite a big spread of scores. Again, the anagram was key, but fantastic to see how you've all done, and really good results. Very close again. I'm sure I will get some comments about whether I've marked things fairly or not. But well done to my 20-year quiz hell. Congratulations again. And due to the fact that I'll probably get chucked off the stream if I put any music on, I'm actually just going to say bye to you all here. So thank you all for coming. If I will leave the stream running with the St. Mungo's bit and the fact that you can leave that donation. I would also recommend this quiz, which is done every Tuesday, which a friend of mine helps run. Local pub quiz. It's done on Tuesdays at 7:40. Sign up. It's about 60 teams that do it now. It's very popular. It's a really good way of chatting with your friends and working on something together. It's quite convoluted, but it's very fun, and I would recommend that highly. Thank you very much all. I'm going to leave this running, but there won't be any sound because otherwise I will get blocked again by YouTube and Google, who are just down the road in King's Cross. Thank you all, and I shall see you all later. Bye bye.